So guys, I started off shaking my paint up well, getting the paint pan cleaned up, and I got a 3/4 inch nap roller there. And I thought that would get in the cracks on that T111, but actually it does not. So I was like, I got to come up with a different game plan, and I remembered I have a small project Wagner paint sprayer, and man, this thing really knocked those cracks out. I mean, it worked awesome on those grooves on that T111. So I went through, and you can see, looks like a zebra. I painted all the grooves first, and then I went back with the roller, 3/4 inch nap roller, and painted that. All the flat surfaces, I should say. And I tried using the sprayer a little bit, and it just didn't put out enough paint. Like I said, for the T111, that stuff just soaks the paint up. It did amazing on the grooves, though. Guys, I pulled you over here to get you out of the sun, but that's crazy. It took a whole gallon of paint. Well, right at it, there's just a little bit left to paint this 16-foot wall. That T111 really soaks the paint up. But it's looking good. It'll look even better once we get it all painted and get it trimmed out. I just wanted to share it with y'all. I thought it was crazy that it took that much paint for this one side. I went on to the next side, do the same thing, paint the grooves. That made it much easier to paint those first and then go and paint the flats. I'll try and link this little Wagner paint sprayer in the description below. It'll be an Amazon link. If you guys would like to try one, they work awesome for small projects, like I make coffee tables, end tables, any kind of small painting decks, fences. They do even better with stain, spraying stain through them, than they do latex paint. You can spray latex or oil-based paint through them as well, just you have to clean them different. If you can notice here, I broke my paint roller. That's why I had to use it by hand, which was no fun. Bad news, guys. I broke the paint roller, and I just like a small spot finish in this wall. But I'm not going to put more paint in the pan and have to tear my hands up using that broke paint roller. I got more paint rollers, but they're in their storage unit, so I will have to get those, and I'll be back painting in the morning, Lord's will. That stinks, but you know, things happen sometimes. So I went and got the paint roller the next morning, and I swung by Lowe's and got the stuff to install the soffit. I'm using 1/4 inch sanded plywood for the soffit here, and I used 1x2 nailers on the back side. And the way you do that is you just hold a level up on the gutter board, and when that level shows level, mark the top of it, and you take a chalk line and make a line across it, and that'll give you your line for the back where to nail the 1x2 nailer to the building itself. And you'll nail your soffit onto the gutter board and onto that 1x2 nailer, and that'll be what holds it in. You'll see it better here in just a second here on this side. It's a good frame to see how it works. See there, I nailed that 1x2 on right to the building, and that gives me something to nail my soffit into. I cut a 512, which is 22.5 degrees on the end of it, and that made it fit up against the gutter board nicely. Here you see me just ripping that plywood down in half just to make it more manageable for my small table saw. Then I rip the size pieces I need. Then just nail them on. I used an 18 gauge brad nailer to nail these on, because that's all you need. I mean, that 1/4 inch plywood doesn't weigh hardly anything. Had to rip a few more pieces. You can see here on this gable end how I'm putting that 1/4 inch plywood on. This shows it even better. And that 1/4 inch plywood, you just rip it to size and then cut it to the length you need, and it really goes on fast. It goes on a lot faster than vinyl soffit, which vinyl soffit's, you know, no maintenance, but this 1/4 inch plywood's not very much maintenance. You have to paint it, may have to paint it every 8 to 10 years if you use a high quality paint, which we did. But I appreciate y'all watching. You can see we painted all the soffit, and we finished painting all the sides, and all the painting's now done and all the soffit's done. Hey, I'm going to put a list of the tools we used in today's videos in the link below, the description below. There'll be links to the tools, and I'll get a small percentage of that. I appreciate y'all contributing to the channel and watching the videos. And until next time, until we get the next video up on the channel, I appreciate y'all watching, and God bless.